Before the game, look at this. The hoop the Warriors were shooting at measured 2 inches too high. They noticed it and they were like, wait, it feels a little weird. Vince Carter, would you be able to call out a hoop that's 2 inches too high?
Aha. Aha. That's Boston taking advantage by any means necessary. I personally don't think I would notice that. I mean, that's impressive to have that kind of eye look at it. Like, you know what, that looks like it's 10 and a half feet instead of 10 feet. So, yeah, Boston, that's just Boston trying to take advantage of it. Oh, my bad. Shame on us. We'll fix it.
I love the shenanigans. Would you have been able to dunk just as easily on a hoop that's 2 inches too high?
Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Yes, sir.
I had to do it.
Yes.
I had to ask. Of course, I already knew the answer. All right, my friend, let's take it back to football.
Obviously, be some pain, but I'll be all right. Figure out how it feels tomorrow and get ready for Friday.
I picked up my foul, pushing him off of him because he's screaming at the bottom of the pile. So, yeah, it is what it is. I'll take the foul. I'm going to get him off his legs, though.
The injury didn't force him out of the game, but I took him out down 14 with 2 minutes left because we weren't going to catch up. We'll know more tomorrow.
Okay, so there you have it. Maybe it would have stayed in if not for the fact that they were already out of this one. But Pat Bev, let's put it on a scale from 1 to 10. 1 being I'm not concerned at all, 10 being I'm very concerned. How concerned are you about Curry?
One, 2.
Wow, really?
I mean,
with the way he has to move so much.
He's a champion, man. And everyone's kind of dinged up. Everyone on Boston is for sure dinged up. You see Jason Tatum hitting you with the right shoulder when he went in to penetrate. So, yeah, I think Steph's going to come back a soldier, going to continue doing what he do.
Vince, what do you think? Scale of 1 to 10. 1 being not concerned at all.
I'm right there. I'm right there with him, Brian. I mean, little concerned. I know Steph Curry will be back. He said it. He said, yeah, I'll just get ready I have 48 hours to get ready for Game 4. So I'm not concerned. Yeah, will he be hurting a little bit? Yes, everybody's hurting. Robert Williams has been playing great. He's been hurting. We talked about his injury, but he's still out there contributing for his team because it's for the finals. It's for all the money.
Yeah, and if he don't come back, it's a wrap for him, for sure. Put them babies to sleep.
It's a wrap.
Okay, if he doesn't come back. But let me ask you this. If he's hampered, can they win this series? Like if it's impacting his game.
Long as Steph Curry is on the court, they give themselves a chance to win. If he's out, they don't.
Okay. So it's just his mere presence out there. Vince, you feel the same way?
Yeah, I think when he's out there, you never know. A hampered Steph Curry is still pretty good because he can still shoot. He doesn't have to have the ball, but you can now put him off the ball. You can put Steph off the ball, and now you're swing shooting. I mean, obviously your coverage is a little different, but Steph Curry's on the floor. Pat said it. It's still it's still effective.
Yeah.
So Vince, when you look at this game, the Warriors were back in it with the lead in the third quarter. C.J. McCollum said earlier this week, best third quarter team in the NBA, and then they got shellacked in the fourth, 23-11. That really turned the tide of the game. What went wrong for these Warriors?
Well, they couldn't score and they couldn't defend. I just think
that's pretty much everything.
Draymond mentioned a couple of guys in his post game after game 1, and look at what those guys did in game 2. Al Horford 2 points, Smart 2 points, and Robert Williams 2 points. Well, look who had the impact in game 3. Yes, Jaylen Brown and Tatum, but Smart showed up. Al Horford showed up and Robert Williams. So I think just the collective effort throughout the 48 minutes. Jaylen Brown got it started. Tatum got going. And then, they had a decent third quarter. They scored 25 points in the third, but they shut Golden State down in the fourth quarter. You just see Jaylen Brown is just aggressive, being able to get in the paint, backdoor cut. So he just wasn't in ISO situations and just catch and shoot. So Jaylen Brown did everything that was needed to score last night. I mean, he wanted isolation, like Pat Bev said earlier. He didn't want the mismatch on Steph Curry. Right there, we see it. He wanted Draymond Green to take him and go one-on-one, and then creating for his guy Jason Tatum to get going. And then once Jason Tatum got going, he was able to get going and break him down because now, guess what the focus was on? Slowing Jaylen Brown down because Tatum wasn't aggressive. And it was like, tag, my turn, bro. Let me get going. And then once those two got going, it opened it up for everyone. And Marcus Smart got going, knocking down three-point shot. Robert Williams affecting the game, 8.10 rebounds, 4 blocks, also 3 steals. So everybody on the Boston Celtics put their mark on the game.
I love the picture you paint. It's as if they got everybody involved at the best part of their gifts, which is incredible in this game 3. But I want us to put back up that graphic of the Warriors in the fourth. Guys, can you put that back up? Because you look at these numbers, and Pat Bev, as we look at this, I ask you, was this fourth quarter more about the Warriors' offense or Boston's defense? Because look at this offense. They are world beaters on offense.
Yeah.
8 turnovers, 11 points, shooting 33%. It was a disaster.
Yeah, I think they wore them down. And I think they did that from the beginning of the game.
So more about the defense.
Yeah, I think it's more like Coach Yu and his adjustments. Like we said, they stayed out of pick and roll. Boston just attacked them downhill. Everyone knows that Golden State is a heavy low man team. So when you got Draymond right there in the low man every time, you got Robert Williams already there for alley hoop, and they're just dinging it to the corner. Swings. They just dinging it to the corner, and that's all adjustments. And adjustments that comes from coaching. So you have to credit Boston Celtics coaching and his coaching staff. They got a nice game plan. Just attack everyone, and it's not just one person. So you're just not going to put the blame on Steph. You're not going to put the blame on, some backdoors. I think Gary Payton gave up one. They're attacking everyone. They're attacking Draymond. They're attacking Looney. They're attacking everyone because Golden State is in that low man defense. So, but with Golden State, you'll see they adjust. That's what champions do.
Yeah, and we'll see. By the way, we talk about attacking. Draymond, others. Well, Draymond didn't really attack back in terms of his numbers. He finished with 9 combined points, rebounds, and assists last night. 9. First time in his career that he started a playoff game and finished with fewer than 10 combined points, rebounds, and assists. And take a listen to what he said about the Boston crowd after the game.
No, they're just talking. It's not really my job to react to them. So they did what I expected.
How do you feel you played?
Like,
there you go. And he's honest. And I love that about him. But Vince, what went wrong as you saw it for Draymond in game 3? This guy who was just everywhere in game 2.
They were attacking. They just got the Golden State Warriors out of sorts and tried to get him in foul trouble. I thought foul trouble. Draymond is aggressive defensively and offensively at times, but aggressive defensively, whether he gets a technical or not, whether he's in foul trouble. But he was in foul trouble a little bit where it kind of took some of the sting and fight where he couldn't be ultra aggressive and attack on the defensive end like he wanted to. And I thought that kind of took some of the aggressiveness and emotion out of it. He was emotional, and I think Grant Williams, that right there, tried to bait him into it, tried to get into his head to bait him to get another technical or just get out of his game. He did a great job of just staying in the moment. And the one thing I think for Draymond that helps the Golden State Warriors is when he's attacking offensively as well. He didn't look at the rim as much. When he looks at the rim and he tries to get downhill, tries to shoot his floor, keep the handoff for layups, that's when Golden State's at their best because you have to account for him. They didn't account for him last night, and they were able to kind of go help side somewhere else.
I agree. I'm sorry, I'm going to cut you off.
No, please go.
And to add what Vince said, like Draymond is really, really good in transition, but you can't run in transition if you're taking out the ball all the time. They couldn't get stops, so you can't get stops that put pressures on your offense. You can't play as fast as you want to. You can't be dynamic as you want to. You can't have mismatches. You taking the ball out. I got him still. You got him, but you getting it off a rebound. You don't know who you're guarding. So when Golden State doesn't get stops, obviously it hurts them when they're offense too. And we've seen that with them only scoring 100 points. I mean, that's not the Golden State Warriors we know.
Throughout your career, you've been the emotional backbone of the teams you play on, the defensive backbone of the teams you play on, just like Draymond Green. So going into game 4, channel him for us. What are you thinking? How are you approaching it?
Well, first off, I'm going to rewind it. I'm going to go game 2. Game 2, he was great. We spoke, me and Vince, we spoke about this, I don't know, a couple days ago. He gets the jump ball. He doesn't say a thing. Goes to the jump ball, is a complete pro. You see here, he gets the offensive foul. It's an argument. I don't know if that's Grant Williams, but I give Boston the guard, and I give Boston, I give them a lot of credit for, it's hectic in there.
Yeah.
So your emotions can overflow. So when you get playing with emotion, Draymond Green, and not emotional Draymond Green, I think the Warriors become a solid team and become more solid because everyone's kind of calmed down. I think when you get that emotion, that doesn't really help it, because I've been on the same position. I've been in some games where it's a close game. I get a tech, I get thrown out. Next, it's a 5-6 point swing and we lose. And that's not me helping my team. That's me hurting my team.
Yeah, it's that can't cross that line. That's where he's got to be. Okay, let's play a little game of NBA Finals Fact or Fiction. Vince, Fact or Fiction, the old Clay is officially back.
I think it's a fact. I think the old Clay is back, and he will have to be back because, we're still in question of what Steph Curry is going to look like. So they're going to need him to be aggressive and approach it like a Game 5 against the Dallas Mavericks and knocking down shots and just being aggressive offensively, getting downhill as well as knocking down shots.
I hope you're right. Basketball is just better when Clay is back. All right, so, Pat, Fact or Fiction. Robert Williams is the X factor in this series.
Well, if he wasn't, I'm going to still say he is. We got the same agent. Shout out to Rep One. Shout out to Kevin Bradbury. So we got the same agent. So, but with his play though, you could tell with his play when he's active, when he's on the floor, they have that defensive presence, offensive rebounding. So yeah, for sure, he's the X factor.
Vince, Fact or Fiction, Jason Tatum is the MVP of the series right now.
I'm going to say fiction. I'm going to go with Jaylen Brown I'm going to say Jaylen Brown right now has been so consistent right now doing the thing. And, even when Tatum has struggled, Jaylen Brown has been consistent. Jaylen Brown has been the driving force, and he's been the aggressor for their team and allowing Jason Tatum to work his way into the game.
And I believe that, to add to what VC's saying, I believe Jaylen Brown, he has the best ones on the court, both teams. He's the person that can break you down, get to the hole. He has great size. He shoots great free throws. He has he pull a jump shot. Like, his wands bag is deep, and he was in it last night. Yes, he was.
He was an aggressive on another.